nice and comfortably on the ground and feeling nice and rooted. And just hands on your knees. But what we don't want is just slumping. So let's just roll open the shoulders and just sink down through the tailbone so you can feel your tailbone. So let's have just bring your hands into prayer. And take the hands up nice and high and reach. Hold here. Just open up a little bit, and I want you to keep the back as straight as you can. So draw your shoulder blades in and lift up. Breathe in. Just reach them slightly behind your head. Nice loose neck. And then bring the hands down in front of the heart without letting the head or the shoulders fall forward. So they're really open. You can feel your shoulder blades really pulling together as you draw them down. Push your hands in towards each other. Your chest forward into your hands, lifting your shoulders, letting the rib cage flare slightly, lifting your head. Now think about your tailbone on the ground and how rooted you feel. And give your head a wobble. From side to side. And just side to side. Keep your hands nice and still, because what we're doing is putting the shoulders and the neck in a position so it's making the muscles, as we move the head, feel slightly differently. And then come back to neutral, just drop the hands down, but keep that openness through your shoulders. A little breath. Now I've done this one a few times, but we're going to think about how we're going to do it slightly differently. So I'm just going to take the hands out and we're just going to cross them over. And we're going to really hug. You can hug underneath your armpits, on your arms, it doesn't really matter. But we're just going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to push the elbows down. So if you see, even though we're nice and tall, we're drawing the elbows down, opening up the shoulders. And with your body stuck to your hands almost, we're going to draw circles. So instead of moving the arms, we're actually leading with our body and the arms are touching the body. You're drawing little figures of 8 with your elbows, but you're not actually lifting your arms to do it. It's your body that's doing the work. But keep that nice stretch around your shoulders, holding on at the sides. And moving through. Just a little bit more, and then nice and slow. Try and make the motion really big, even though their arms are stuck to the front of your body. Try and make that motion really big. One more. And back to neutral, and just open up your hands. So you feel that open down your back, you see, that's what we're aiming for. So we're just going to do a bit of the lower back first. Bring your hands back in the opposite direction, draw your elbows down, and similar principle. We're just going to keep the elbows against the body, but we're going to draw figures of 8s with the elbows. So it might feel slightly differently from what we're used to. And we're just warming through the core, keeping that nice hug. We're hugging our body. And then, even though we're not lifting the elbows off the body, we're going to draw it a little bit bigger. So we're going to use the body and manipulate the spine to do 2 big figures of 8s. And then we're just going to open up, release the shoulders, and feel a lot of blood flow back into your shoulders there. Open up your hands. Your head move. Just have a little movement through your shoulders. Nice. Just releasing and letting go. Now cross them back over, just loosely hold on your shoulders and just see if you can use your elbows now. So we're just moving the arms. So what you're going to do is feel that it move up towards your neck as you're doing it. So nice big motions by leading with the elbows. And you can move the body. Try and keep your bum and your legs do move, that's okay, but do try and keep your bum down at least. That's it, nice big. And then one really big one, up and down and round and over the top. And then let's open back up. Breathe in, and then take it back into the other side. I can't remember which one I did last time. And then we're going to do that again. Just nice fluid motion, using your elbows, lifting them so you can feel the shoulders warming, not just the spine now. Do that a couple more times. Oh, actually. And then one really big one, coming up. Hold on to your, hold on. hold of your shoulders, and we're just going to rotate side to side. Just keeping your everything nice and still. And then come up with the elbows just a little bit more, and the same principle, rotating from side to side, side, and then up. Just, I know you can't see my face, but up a little bit more. Same principle, rotating from side, leading with the shoulders, leading with the elbows, should I say, side to side, and then reach up and release. Reach up and release. Reach up and release. Let the head roll. Let yourself have some motion, so just relaxing everything as much as you can. Just take your head back and just round your shoulders down away from your ears, and just take your head back and give it a little. There's breath going in and out, nice fluid breath. Relax your jaw again. And then bring your chin forward. Body's nice and straight, but your head's heavy, your chin's heavy. Big deep breath in. Let the breath go. And then bring your head to neutral. I'm just going to pop our hands on our shoulders. And we're going to do two things. First of all, we're going to circle. So we're going to bring the elbows as close together in front of the body as you can. Lift them up nice and high. Open them up and come back down. Let's add some breath. So we're going to breathe in and lift. Hold the breath as we open and exhale. Draw the elbows down low and together. And again, inhale up. Exhale down. And again, inhale up. Exhale down. In the opposite direction, we're going to inhale up. Exhale over the top and down. Inhale up. Exhale over the top and down. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale over the top. Now, inhale and open up. Keep your hands on your shoulders. Draw, shoulders are down. Drawing them back. Your head's nice and loose. And we're really just engaging that. So draw your shoulder blades together. Engaged, head's nice and loose. You can feel that in the middle of your back and your shoulders. Big deep breath in, lift the head up. As you exhale, you're going to round the back, round the elbows, round the body, drop the head and bring the elbows together. Inhale, opening back up. Drawing them down, opening, holding them down, lifting the chin, retaining the breath. Exhale, let's come forward. Let's really think about the breath as we're doing that. So we know the motion. Inhale. Draw them down and open. Keep the breath here. Now exhale, contract the tummy muscles and pull in. And again. Take that breath, take chin up. And exhale. Hold here, breathe in deeply, trying to push against the chest. Exhale. And then lift up, lift out, drop hands down. Let the head move. We're going to go up and down. And again, up and down. And up. And down. Just drop the shoulders, and it's a slow rotation. You can see it moving all the way down the body. Take it backwards. You're lifting up and round. Not just working through your shoulders, you can feel it moving down your body. Really encourage that movement through the shoulder. Then let it get a little bit quicker. And then your shoulders a little bit. And we've done this one a few times. We're going to take your hands out to the side. We're going to roll forward and roll back. When we roll back, so we roll forward and we can feel that moving here. When we roll back, we're going to really round and hold down that shoulder with those muscles. So let's go forward on the other side, rounding, and then drawing the muscle down the back to pull the arm down, and again on the other side. So coming forward, opening up the back muscle, and drawing it, contracting it to pull it down. One more time on each side, coming over the top, drawing and contracting So we're warming up the back muscles. So we're going to be working on these today, so we really want them to be nice and engaged. Reaching out, turn the hands over and draw your hands back. Now what's going to happen is you're going to feel yourself hunch up, so draw the shoulders down away. Now breathe in, you're going to feel a real restriction across your shoulders, but I want to breathe into your chest deeply. Let the breath go, let the hands go. And again, let's have some movement through the shoulders. Let that movement move up through the neck. And just soften your face. No tension here, just nice soft facial features. Now, take your legs out, give them a movement, and then bring them back in the opposite direction. And we're going to do, we've done this move before a few times, so I'm just going to turn my back on you, don't be upset. So, we're going to reach one hand across and up our back as much as we can. Now, some people might find this difficult, so you can reach towards your side here. Regardless of where you're reaching, I want you to try and pull the arm a little bit closer. Now, I can touch my elbow, but if you can't, don't worry, we just want to pull it, and if you can keep the hand up, that's lovely. But what you'll feel is this muscle here engaging. I want you to push, whether you're on your back, at the side here, up against your back, I want you to lift and flare the rib cage. You're going to feel that stretch in your shoulder. Try and keep your shoulders level as well. Now, if you feel you can, you're going to reach up nice and tall and reach down your back. But even though you're reaching, just think, what we're trying to do is get a gentle stretch here, which is fine for the moment, but we're really working that shoulder. So be careful, especially if you have shoulder problems, but this is one of the places where we do get a lot of problems. So if we can give that a nice stretch, it will feel nice. So I like to walk it across and increase the stretch. So it's entirely up to you how you feel. Your hands over the top and you're reaching. Now I can touch my fingers, I'm very fortunate. That's a lot of work to get there. But there's the tricep muscle on the side here that we're just having a gentle stretch through. And if you can, place both hands against your back if you're not holding onto them, if you can't reach the floor. And you're just going to have a rock from side to side. So even if you're not touching the hands, you're just going to let the body rock. You're encouraging a stretch through those arms as best as you can. And then you're going to release the top arm, bring it down. And then if you need some help, you're going to release. Oh. Now you're going to get a lovely reprieve from that because we're going to be lifting that in a moment. You have to feel there's movement through this shoulder muscle here. Don't give this shoulder deltoids at the beginning of sort of tension really. We're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to reach either up the back or across the back. But if we can, whatever we choose to do, we're going to see if we can encourage it by not pulling. It's a gentle encouragement. So just gently letting it sit against your back, lifting your chest while you're here. Now, whichever position you've chosen, think about what's happening here. That's where you want to do it. So what's going to happen is you're going to automatically want to sort of let the arms slip and let yourself drop because you're going to feel that too intensely. We don't want it to be intense, but we do want you to be able to feel it. So we're going to lift the ribcage, let it flare, push the hand either into your side and lift the ribcage, or push into your back and let the ribcage lift, and just feel that motion through the shoulders. Same with the other hand, we're going to lift it nice and tall, reach up, get a stretch through the side of the body. I'm going to reach down the back now. It doesn't matter if you're touching the hands or not, you're still going to stretch that lovely tricep muscle. We're just going to place, if you can't touch, just place the hands down the back as far as you can and up the back on the other side. Again, we're thinking about that muscle on this side. Let's have a little sway. A little sway from side to side. It's gentle encouragement. It shouldn't be, if you feel like you're in a lot of pain or very, very uncomfortable, you need to come out of this. I mean, yoga, to progress in yoga, you need to feel slightly uncomfortable, but not to the point where it's debilitating. And then let's lift up and release. I like to. Just let those shoulders go. And you may feel tomorrow that you've had a stretch there, and you may feel like your muscles have been worked, so that's perfectly normal as long as you don't feel like you can't move your shoulders. You can take your hands up, you're going to put them together into the prayer position. Up nice and high. And we're going to see if we can reach down the back with both hands. And all you're going to do for the moment is not worry about what your elbows are doing, we're just going to see if we can reach down the back. Keep that head up high, see if we can touch the back. You don't have to be able to touch it, but it's the sensation will flare your rib cage. So we're lifting the cage up. Okay? If you feel you can, first of all, let's lift back up again to release that and just bring the hands down. Now back up nice and high. and take them back down. Now, if you feel you can, I want you to draw the elbows in towards the head. So you can feel that the stretch is increasing, but there should be no tension on the neck, no tension on the head, no tension in the face at all. If you need to let the elbows out to the side, just let them fall. If you feel you can, you're going to draw them in. Now reach up, come in. And now this is where it's, if you could do what I've just showed you, we're going to come up, keep the elbows close to the head and lift them up close to the head. So we're going to come up close to the head if you feel you can. Try and keep those elbows as close as you can as you reach down your back. Hold here. Now with those elbows as close, almost touching your head, try not to let them separate. As you come back up and go back down. That's easy, harder than it looks. It's not an easy move. Let your shoulders rotate and move. Take your hands up and lattice them together and place the bottom of your finger at the nape of your neck and let your head fall into it. So you're letting your chin fall, you're catching your head, but you're drawing back your elbows and letting your ribcage flare. Make sure your weight's not falling backwards so you feel comfortable. Feel that stretch through the shoulders. And what I want you to do is feel the shoulders drawing towards each other. So although you can feel the stretch through the shoulders here at the front and through the chest, I want you to activate feel the shoulders down the back and in towards each other. You activate those back muscles. Now this might be uncomfortable for some people. If it is, just gently loosen them off, but still try and use that contraction down the back. If you can, I want you to really open and draw. Now, we don't give the shoulders a lot of attention. They carry things, we carry lots of problems on them, and also so we really don't give them the stretch that they need. So, breathe in deeply and really lift that chin up this time. Let the head fall, open up the elbows as way back as you can. And exhale, let's just rotate them forward and let them go. And if you're feeling like anything like me, you'll feel like there's been quite a lot of work that's been going on through these shoulders. So we're just going to let the shoulders move in and out. Just let them move up and down, circle them around any direction that feels that your shoulders are enjoying themselves. Feels really nice, and that's what we want. You look like flamenco dancers, don't they? That's fine. One last time, reach out. Just release your legs. We are going to we'll be working on the shoulders and upper body today, but we just had the legs in that position for so long, and we want to give them a lift. Hook our feet, push the knees, the back of the knees in towards the ground as much as you can. Try not to slump, sit on the top of that tailbone. Now point your toes as much as possible and feel the stretch move across the top of your ankles. Now reach up nice and high, still keep pointing your toes. Let's hinge from the hips, coming down forward. Drop your hands down, drop your head down. And because we've been in that position with our back, we're going to be feeling that back was okay, but now we're stretching really well. Actually, we've put quite a lot of work in that back. So let that lower back have an open. Let it move from side to side. Feel as though the back is just having some lovely massage just through gentle movement. You'll find that if you have lower back problems, you release your shoulders successfully, a lot of lower back problems. And that is because we just put so much tension in keeping our balance through our core. Our shoulders are so important to balance. So let's just keep moving for a minute from side to side. Now crook your feet in the opposite direction. So heels away from your toes coming in. And let's just see if we can come down and just drop the body. Let your tummy be soft and as flabby as you can get it. There is nobody watching us. We're just going to rest for a second. So we're going to breathe in and let that tummy get really big, like really expand it like a balloon. And then exhale, draw your belly button back towards your spine. Try and touch your belly button against your spine, and then just see if you can wriggle your shoulders a little bit further towards your toes. Now head to knee, open up your back like a concertina and wriggle yourself forward. And then let everything drop back down again. And if you've done it successfully, you'll start to feel the stretch moving up the back a little bit more. And just have it rock from side to side again. And just take it to one side and kind of lean into it. Keep your bum against the ground, but you're leaning one shoulder towards the ground. And then take it over to the other side and lean into it. Don't let your bum lift. You're just taking the weight from side to side. Feel it travel across the legs. Back to centre. And when we come out, we walk the hands first. We lift the head, we round through the shoulders, nice big open movement. And we come back down. And we give our legs a little. Now, we're going to bring the feet up. We're not standing, but we need to get onto our knees. So, we're going to very gently shuffle onto our toes, and then come up, and then down onto our knees. Some of you did that better than others, but that's okay. At least you did it safely. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And I want you to let the body wriggle from side to side. And it is like a snaking motion. You let the weight go, the weight moves on side, and then you pull in the shoulders, pull it back again, and the bum follows. The real movement through the body. The more fluid we can make our spine, the more control, more agile it is, the less problems we're going to have with the rest of the body, because the body does control a lot of the body. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, back to that stationary position. Now tuck your tummies in so they're nice and tight, you've got a nice straight back. Now holding the bottom half of your body still, just going to lift the head. Just draw the shoulder blades just towards each other, opening up the chest a little bit. See how I'm not arching my back, it's just coming into my body. Big deep breath in. Now let the shoulder blades push through the hands, keep the lower back still, and just drop your chin in between your arms towards your chest. Now let's exaggerate that. Now let the back arch, lift the head up towards the ceiling, draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Stay here, let the breath go. Push against your hands, shouldn't have bent arms, they should be straight. Tilt that tailbone up, give it a wiggle just to encourage the closing of the back. Inhale, heads up nice and high. Let the feet just on your forehead soften. Again. This time contract through your tummy muscles, round, 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 and let's rotate and bring yourself into a nice curve through the spine. So suck your belly button in, all your muscles in towards the spine, push through your shoulders, push through your hips, everything's lovely and rounded. Stay here, breathing across your shoulders, expand the shoulders. And then exhale back to neutral. Draw the hands back, lovely and slowly. Take the hands up over the top. And just pull them slightly behind the head and let them sway about behind the head. So, I've got a little arch in the back, but there's not a lot of arch. It's actually coming from the shoulders. I mean, I'm quite lucky, I can really let them fall. But I want you to think about pulling them back past your ears without there being too much effort in the lower back to do it. It's not the lower back that's doing it. You pull your tummy muscles in nice and tight. It's your arms that are doing it. But this is the important bit. What people are going to be happening is people are going to be doing this because it's more comfortable. But I actually want you to lift them higher and be doing this. And you're going to feel that movement. If you're down here, you find the lower back of your all down here will be doing the work. If you're up here, you're having to really work through your shoulders to get them to go back. Use your tummy muscle. Reaching each time. Really think about drawing those elbows towards the head, not letting them drop. And then release. Now, before we move, we're just going to have a little, and then we're going to squeeze and reach and just let that lower back, because when we work on the shoulders, it's so natural to want to put it in the lower back, especially if you've got shoulder problems, so we don't want that to happen. So we're just going to release that lower back for a moment. Squeeze your bum muscles, they should be really, really tight. We're going to work on those in a minute as well. Come back up. Now, let your foot forward. Let yourself sink it to you, not down. We're not dropping down. We're not. So we're in quite a comfortable position. But we want to take the weight slightly forward. So we're going to open up our hands, take them behind us, turn the palms towards the ceiling as much as we can. And we're just going to, for the moment, if I was up straight, they would just be falling down. Now, we're going to lift them. Not hunching the shoulders. We've lifted the arms, not the shoulders. Lifting the arms, and you can feel your triceps engage. Now, in this position, you're going to round through your shoulders to make sure there's no tension. It's all happening in your arms, not in the shoulders. You're going to lean forward, contract your tummy muscles, and you're going to pulse the hands up so there's no tension on your neck. You can drop your head if you want to. And we're going to pulse up the 10. So as high as you can, squeeze the triceps at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold up and squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the arms And let them move. Let your back arch. Let them release. Really important. We want the strength, but we want the release. Now let's open back up, take them back behind. I'm contracting my tummy muscle to hold myself here. I'm going to turn the palms up and lift them up towards the ceiling. And we're going to bring the hands towards each other. So they obviously are going to drop, but you're going to try and touch them. You're not going to touch the fingers because you don't want to bend the elbows. But we're going to lift them up and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze them towards each other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift them up as high as you can. 5, 4. No tension on neck. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was nice, wasn't it? And release. Now, you're going to bring your foot down and you're going to bring your leg up on the other side. Now we're using the balance on the other side. We're going to contract our tummy muscles. Before we do anything though, we're just going to round our back and drop down. Let the back arch out. So let those shoulder blades open. Breathe into your back. Let the breath go. And again. Let the breath go. Now gently. Let's bring the hands back up. Bring them round and open. Leaning forward. You're going to bring the elbows in towards the body. What do we look like? Barbie doll. So I'm going to lift them up. So elbows touching the body. Draw them down away from your ears and lift the shoulder. Lift the elbows up. So you've got pulling back. It's not a case of just moving. It's drawing the shoulders down first and lifting so you can feel the back of your arms start to engage. Now see if you can stretch the hands out and squeeze the muscles at the top. And bring them back in. Bring the elbows down and release them. Draw your shoulders down. Drawing them down, but pulling the hands up and reach. Lift them high. And then keep them high and bend the elbows back in. And release. One more time like that. And draw back. Lift. Take them high. And back in. Reach up. Let them circle. Oh, doesn't that feel nice? And go. It's really important here, next move that we do. Just put the knee back down. I'm just going to give the back a little reprieve just for a second. Now, you're going to think about the inside of your shoulders. Okay, this is really important. You're working the muscles inside your shoulders. Okay, so you draw it. You've got a big trapezium muscle that's down your back and it draw it into the centre of your body, and that's what we're aiming to do. So, take your hands up, take them out to the side and drop them down and draw back your shoulders. Of course your ribcage is going to flare, you're squeezing your muscles in towards your spine. But if you were to let the spine go, your arms will go back to normal. You're not pulling them back, it's your shoulders that are engaging. Draw them back. Now draw your arms back, draw them down away from your ears, hold, reach out and lift back up, round through your back in the opposite direction, come up. Come down. Drawing the shoulder blades back, or pulling the arms back as well. No tension on the head at all. Reaching behind you and back down round. You're going to reach forward and hold here. Turn your palms away from you. Hold the position and we're just going to reach from side to side so you can feel movement down here as you're reaching and releasing, so opening that back up. And the muscles are engaged. And then come back down. Just pop yourself into child's pose and really pull your tummy muscles in off your legs. Feel that opening in the lower back. Drop your forehead on the mat. And just drop your arms down by the sides of your body for a moment. Have your breaths. More breath. And very gently, just lift. Imagine there's a string in the middle of your shoulders, in between your shoulders. Someone's like a puppet string, someone's drawing you up off the mat. So you've still got really heavy shoulders, really contracted tummy muscles. Somebody's pulling from this point up through the back and lift. Pick you up. Just, you are now allowed to move your body any way that feels really lovely. So every angle you can hit with your shoulders and releasing and opening. Just getting up in the morning. Oh, that's quite nice actually. We'll do that one. Reach up, reach down. So separating heaven and earth. Reaching up, reaching down. Oh. And let's do that on the other side. Oh, one more time each side. That's lovely. All the way down the sides of the body, and one more time. And then, why do we just do aeroplane? Just moving around, and give yourself. Well, I don't care if you look a little bit silly, but what we're trying to do is just let those shoulders warm and release. We're going to think about our bum muscles. And when I say squeeze, I don't just mind, I want you to squeeze. I want you to really be putting every bit of effort in. Watch that you don't hold your neck too slow. So, hold your tummies in. We're going to lower a little bit, not too far, so you can feel the muscles working here. And then when you lift, it's because you're squeezing these muscles are coming together and they're pushing your hips forward. You're going to squeeze. Body's nice and open, but you're here. Everything's nice, solid bottom. And then we're just going to lower it, but not go all the way, just halfway. Feel these get the flares in. Okay? Now come up and squeeze. The muscles are doing the work. The muscles are lifting you and pushing you forward. But the rest of your back and your body is just woo. But here it's working. And come down. Not all the way. And again, squeeze. Hold here. 5. Don't let it go. 4. Squeeze. 2, 3. I'm going to miss now. 2, 1. And lower your bum. Really let that area flow. Let it open up as much as you can and drop yourself. Do you remember breathe? That would be nice. Let's breathe. Really use the air to massage the shoulders and the tummy and the bum. Have a rock across your heels. We're going to do that again, but we're going to do it quicker. But it doesn't mean the squeezes have to be any less vigorous. We're going to roll up. Imagine someone's that string on your back. Squeeze your tummy muscles in. Curving up. And back to the and down halfway, up and squeeze, down and squeeze. You can make the E noise if you want. Down and squeeze. We're going to do 7. This is 3, 4, squeeze, and 5, squeeze, really squeeze, and 6. And on the 7, we hold up and squeeze. 4, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let that flower, let yourself come down and relax. Breathing all the time. Keep that breath in you, then. You'll be able to feel little pulsations through your bottom. That's what we want. We kind of want to feel that the blood's gone, the muscles have been contracting and working. That's why we're squeezing so much. Sometimes it doesn't even need weight on it, it's just the holding and fatiguing that muscle that can make it just as effective. Okay, hands out in front and roll through your back and come back onto your knees. Now you're going to feel that there's quite a lot of warmth here. So shall we just release the legs a little bit? That would be nice. Let them move. Not all jobs today, there's other bits as well. What we're trying to do is we're trying to teach the bottom half of your body and the top of your body to be strong and malleable so that the back doesn't have to do so much work, and that's really important. Heart opening, if we can make sure our heart area is strong, then we're not going to carry so much badness. That's a philosophy for life as well. So we're going to very gently just drop the knees out behind us and just drop our weight onto our hands through our shoulders. Now if you can drop your hips but not drop them halfway, you need to lift the bum a little bit, that's fine, but don't let them here, we're not sagging. You want to either straight through the body, so by squeezing your tongue muscle, or lift the bum just slightly. We're going to stay here for a minute, but what's going to happen is people are going to be in this position. Draw each other, use those muscles down your back again, push through the hands, so push it from the hands. Head's nice and loose. See if you can take your chin up with no strain on the neck at all. Really good. Big deep breath in. Now bring your elbows in, touch them against the side of your body. Remember how we had them before, touching and lowering down to the ground. Put your forehead on the mat. Have a little breathe. Now when I say put, I'm going to turn so you can see me. Not on my feet because I walk away. But when I say push up, I really want you to be conscious about this. I'm going to demonstrate what I don't want you to do. Look at my elbows. I don't want that. I want the elbows in. We are going to be doing something like that in a minute, but look how close they are to the side of my body. I'm going to push up and keep them close so they come back down. I'm not lifting my hips off the ground. So, elbows close, elbows underneath your shoulders. I'm going to push up as best as you can. Doesn't matter if you go very high or not, doesn't matter. For me, I can go all the way, it doesn't matter. And come back down, elbows touching the body. And 5 pulses. And what do I mean by pulses? We're going to go 1, 2. I'm going to do it that way. So, get yourself ready. Squeezing in. You're going to feel this in your triceps. A lot of people have shoulder problems because the triceps aren't engaging. So this is really good. It's going to be fatiguing, but we're only going to do it for 5, okay? So, and 1, 2, 3. Don't let them leave your body. 4, 5, and down, and reach your hands out. Oh goodness, that feels nice, doesn't it? Joys. It's time like this you don't realise you're longer than your mat. Okay. Breathe. Now, bring your hands back behind next to your shoulders. We're going to keep the elbows in against the body, push up, roll back, and come into child's pose. Come back up, roll back up, elbows against the body, come back down. Do that 3 more times. Come up, keep the elbows close, and out, and in, and down. Now, if you need to sit out of this one because your shoulders start to get fatigued, that's fine. This is just for those that want to try that a little bit further. Come down and really stretch underneath your head. Keep your bum slightly off your heels and just walk your hands out so you've got a bit of a stretch underneath the arms for a moment. Then round through. Lift your arms. Oh, just have a little bit of movement. Your arms move. Let them release. I've got one more strengthening thing to do. Now, if you do feel like it's too much for your shoulders, just sit yourself in child's pose, or just keep the shoulders moving just so you can release them. So, last thing, then we're going to have a really big stretch in the shoulders. So, we're going to come down, we're going to walk ourselves forward into that little plank, and then lower ourselves down to the ground. Now, I want you to walk your hands aren't underneath your shoulders. I want you to take your elbows out. And I want you to walk your hands underneath your elbows. You're down against the ground. Your elbows come out, hands come underneath your elbows. Now this is going to be difficult. Don't worry if you can't do it. Shoulders down away from your ears, engage them. I want you to push through your hands and lift up. And back down. Make sure take the hands out a little bit wider, just a little bit. Push through your hands, you feel this in your shoulders rather than your arms now, and back down. And take them out just in a little bit more, and you're going to see your arms now to a right hand. Push up. And back down. 3 of those. Don't have to, you can all sit out. 2. And 3. See if you can push off them. Draw your hands back. Walk yourself into child's pose and release. And that's that. Nice, isn't it, when it's over? In fact, drop your hands underneath your head and just drop your head onto them. And let your bum move across your heels. Let your shoulders be really heavy. In fact, let's drop them by the sides of the body again and let the shoulders draw down towards the ground nice and heavily. And every time you breathe, I want you to breathe into your back across the shoulders so you can feel those shoulder blades expanding and opening. It's really important that you let those
the breath, the air inside the lungs to massage the back of the shoulders. So I'm wiggling my bum, but I'm keeping that breath moving into my shoulders as well. Holding it, and then releasing, letting the whole body just surrender. And yeah. And let the whole body just surrender. And this is also opening up the glute area as well. So we're resting those muscles we've been squeezing. One more time. And let it. And then gently just lift up. Come up. This is where you're going to need blocks. A block. You know, I've got two available. I don't really need both, but we're going to back into child's pose. I'm going to pop our body down and we're going to walk. So now our hands are out as far as we can, and the brick or block or book or whatever we're using bolster. Now you can have the brick either off whichever side you want. It depends how well you feel your shoulder strength stretch can be. So put it in. I'll give you what you can do, and then you can alter the piece until you feel you're in the right position. And what we're going to do is we're going to place your hands flat against it. And to start with, all we're going to do is just let that body fall through towards the ground, let the head drop a little bit without any tension on the neck. Just feeling that stretch through underneath the back and into the armpits and into the shoulder blades. So what you want you to do is breathe deeply in this position. So let the head be heavy and breathe in deeply. Using the air to massage, and then exhale, let the breath go, let the body drop, let the chest drop down. Do that again, big deep breath. Try not to rock on the block, keep it very still. Exhale, let it go. Last time, really succumb to it. So you're holding on, but your shoulders and your chest is lovely and relaxed. Feeling that stretch, let the breath go. And very gently, let's release. Just round your shoulders in the opposite direction and push out and let yourself go. Now we're going to go one step further with that. And when you do these moves, just come out of it. When you do these moves, you're going to feel this deep in your shoulder blades. And sometimes it feels not like it's burning, but it's getting very hot. And it just demonstrates that the shoulder blade, the muscles inside the shoulder blades just haven't really been active or aren't that stretched and need more. So sometimes if you've got shoulder pain, just doing this, what we're just doing and what we're about to do can be so beneficial. It might not be immediately comfortable, but afterwards and the next day you feel, wow, my shoulders do feel better. So we're going to actually bring our bum slightly off the ground. We're not going to go completely up, but we're sort of halfway in between that 90 degrees, so 45 degrees through the legs. And you can have, again, you can have the block flat and the book flat, it doesn't matter, or you can have it nice and high. And we're going to have the same principle. So we're going to place the hands on the block. Again, if you want it flatter, or if you want the hand, if it's too much, just place the hands on the ground and let your body drop down that way. I know there's some people that kind of need a bit of a stretch, so find your position with the block. For me, it's having it on. I like it that way, but that's fine. So your bum's at a 45 degree from your knees, and you're going to let your body drop down towards the ground, and you're going to feel that stretch increase. Drop your forehead on the mat. Similar principle with the breathing. So breathe in and really expand the shoulder blades and the chest. And as you exhale, let the weight sink down through the chest towards the ground. Let it get closer. Now, if you feel uncomfortable, you can always put your bum closer towards your heels. Okay? I'm not going to hurt you. But what I want you to do is when you can feel it start to get a little bit uncomfortable, I want you to sit on that and breathe into it and relax it. So tell those muscles in the shoulders to relax. See the back muscles release. So breathe in. Let them release. Let the block rock if you can help it nice and steady. And again. Let it go. Let's do one more. Now to come out of this, you can actually just roll across the block and roll your bum down. Lift and move. More control of your shoulders and just Your arms down by the sides of your body and let your shoulders go heavy so you're rounding the back in the opposite direction. A couple of big deep breaths into massage the back. Use the expansion of the lungs and the rib cage to really massage the back of the shoulders. Go again. Let it go. And round through your shoulders, come up to a sitting position. Enjoy that. What you're going to find is there's a little bit of crunching probably in your shoes, so just be careful. And you might find that you've had a little stretch through the tummy as well. All the time, soft, soft. Let's not get them frown lines. Let's just keep our face nice and soft all the time. Relax. One more arm stretch, and then we're going to just wind the body down. You don't need the block. The only thing you need the block. I thought it would be nice to use it properly. So we are going to lie ourselves down on the mat. You can get there in your own way. You can even just fall if your arms have had quite enough. And I want you to imagine, I know I've got the line of my mat here to guide me. You can either put an imaginary line, or if you've got carpet and it makes a mark when you driving. But what I want you to do is put your shoulders on that line, on that imaginary line, and then I want you to put your elbows on that imaginary line. So now you know that your shoulders and your elbows are in line with each other perfectly. Now, move one arm out of the way. Now my feet are up because I can't get them down. I have a wall in my way. But let the feet drop behind you. We're going to bring the hand underneath the shoulder, and we're just going to put some weight. There you go, see, the cedar is falling to you. We're going to put some weight through one side so we can feel that stretched shoulder. And I want you to be in control of what's going on so you can roll out of it at any time. You're not rounding your body all the way over, it's just enough to feel that stretch begin. What it is you'll be able to see our monkey fire in a minute. But let's just have a little bit of it. There we go. See if I can. Footwork. But if you want to turn your head and look upwards, you can do. Just don't overstretch it, don't put too much weight on it, don't put too much pressure on it. You can lower your hand, you can lower your body, it's a gentle movement. Now, roll back over. Place your elbow and shoulder on that imaginary line, that straight line. I'm going to draw the hand back and release it. Look up if you feel you can, if not, if you want to stay soft, you can push up against the hand as much as you feel comfortable. This is the point. You're in control of it. But let's make sure we've got that nice straight line, and you should be able to feel that through the top of the deltoid, all the way down towards the elbow. Don't put any pressure on the shoulder. Let the shoulder be nice and loose, so you're not putting pressure on to hold yourself there. You can twist your head up, that's lovely, but if not, just let it drop. Let the forehead fall if you want. You don't have to be lifting the head. And then gently, let's come back. Draw your hands in and see if you can use your strength you've just acquired to come back up. And just arch your back into a very exaggerated cat. In this position, yes, we're working the lower back, but really, because we're reaching the fingertips, because imagine someone's pushing up on your chest, but you're trying to reach the ground. So someone's pushing up in you, but you're trying to reach the ground, and we're opening up the shoulder blades as much as we can. Let yourself move from side to side, reaching all the time. You're going to feel that move down your back. Keep your body here. Just lift your arms out in front of you, up high and back down low. So imagine you're still being pushed, you're still reaching, still arching, high and low. One more time. Low. And then come high and hold. Have a reach. Keep your head nice and low. Someone's still pushing your chest. You try and reach against it. And open up your body. Oh, that's lovely. Bring yourself back down to that cross-leg. We're at the beginning. So we haven't been about the legs or the hips today, it's been all about this upper body. So we've had a little glute thing, it's all about keeping that spine nice and straight. Let's move.
rotate the shoulders. Head comes down from side to side. Let it roll. But let's roll it around. And when I say roll, it's in control. You let the gravity pull you here. Gravity pull you here. As you go back up and you go ear to shoulder, you're in control. You can feel that stretching. Very careful. Take the chin up. Nose to diagonal, and you're just going to gently bring it up. No pressure on the back of the neck. And then let gravity, then pull it back down again. You're not pulling it, gravity's pulling it one more time in that direction. So reaching, open, gently in control at the top. And then over to the side and back down. Let's do that on the other side. Let's come up, gently over the top. Back down, and back down. Up, over the top, back down, back to neutral. Just drop your head to one side, your shoulder on the other side, have a little bit of a wobble, even have a little bit of a movement with it, but only if you feel it's not causing you any pain. More encouraging the stretch by moving the arm. If you want to stay stationary, you can do. We're just releasing those shoulders because it's all connected. Now, I think that's neutral. And just rock your cheek towards the top of your collarbone. Feel that stretch move to the back of your neck. Keep your body up nice and straight, but it's just your cheeks moving towards that collarbone. And then rock a little bit closer, nose going towards the centre of the collarbone, but not hanging down straight. And roll it back and lift the chin. And back down, back up, back down, roll across the front, drop your chin to your chest, bring your hands into a lattice position, just place them on the back of the head and just encourage a nice heaviness to the neck so you can feel that open up at the back, and you're going to feel that move down where we've just been working in between the shoulders. So it's a beautiful stretch. Don't hurt yourself, just want to feel it working. Now lift your head back up and just drop your ear to one side on the other side. Sometimes if you have ear problems or you have headaches and ear migraines, by doing this it will release a lot of tension through the ears, ear problems and migraines. So if you have a migraine, work your neck. If you can feel one coming on, work your neck. So let's do the same as we did before. So we've got that nice open stretch. We're going to bring the cheek down towards the top of the collarbone. Feel the stretch here, moving down that shoulder. Just bring it back up again. Let's just have, I didn't encourage movement, so just want to let it move. We should keep it equal. You don't have to, you can just hold it still if you want. Quite like this then, it's unhappy. Now drop the hand down. But body's nice and tall, but that cheek's coming down. Now, bring the cheek and the chin a little bit closer towards the centre line. Now rotate a little and back down. Rotate a little and back down. Rotate. And bring your head back to centre. Put your hands lattice together on the back and let's just give it a little bit of pressure through the back. Breathe in deeply, so while you're in this stretch, you can feel your shoulders opening and your chest. Hold the breath. See if you can pull the elbows in as you let the breath go. And again. And let the breath go. See if you can let only if you feel comfortable, you can drop the elbows from side to side so you're rocking across the head. If it feels uncomfortable, don't do it. There's so much house in the back of this neck, we don't want to cause any problems. Rock from side to side. I quite like to pause at each side, but that's depends how your body wants to move. And then come back up and just reach back the shoulders and just open up your hands. Like that. And allow movement. You've just been very stretched against your shoulders, so let the shoulders and the neck talk to each other. Let them talk and work together again. They're friends again now. Just let your head move from side to side. Nice, comfortable movement. Shoulders nice and open. And let's have a shake. We're going to shake everything up. Soften the features of your forehead. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake back to the side, shake forward. Shake back to the side, shake forward. Shake back. And a little wobble, like zombies, hands in front. The bottom of your body move. Tip over your head. This is really important. I know we look like we're waving, but we're actually trying to encourage those muscles to be soft and give up. Not give up, it's the wrong word, but we're trying to just let them not be under so much stress. Draw some little, shake your hands and draw some little back strokes. That feels quite nice. Okay. And then shake them as you come down. Just sit in the sensation of your shoulders and the feeling in your fingers for a moment. Nice long breaths. Just let that. If you need to have a wobble, your neck hurts, or just let it go. But if you can, just feel where you've been shaking, that release. And another breath. Feel a little bit tight tomorrow. Open up your shoulders by holding on. In fact, let's all just do it once on each side. So let's hold on to our shoulders and let those elbows move and open. If you feel a little bit stiff tomorrow, encourage it by letting those elbows move in any direction you want. And then let's change over to the other side. Lift them high, lift them. You'll find a position where you think, that feels really nice. But whatever you feel is nice. And no. Bring your hands into breath. Breathe in. Open the mouth and just let it just. Hands up. Protecting the heart by opening up the shoulders, by protecting the core, opening up the heart. So let's bring the hands down, lovely green light coating the body. Inhale, taking it back up nice and high. And as we exhale, hands come together and we draw them down towards the heart. Feel it in. Touch the heart with the hands and keep it nice and safe. Namaste. Thank you.